So good morning students. Today we are going to cover some other properties of integers like multiplication by zero, multiplicative identity, associativity for multiplication and distributive property. Till now I have covered commutative property and closure property of integers. Okay, with this hope that you all are watching those videos that we are uploading in Arcel, as well as you all are submitting the homework also, because it is mandatory for your attendance. Okay, and with this hope that whatever I am teaching to you are getting those things right. If any student has any doubt, he or she can ask me those queries in Zoom session or any of the later sessions. Okay, so let's start with multiplication by zero. What does it mean? Let's say I'm just taking some example from your book also. The general rule is, let's say I have a number a. When I multiply this number with 0, or I can write 0 into a, the result will always comes out to be 0. If you have any number, let's say n, let's say a, let's say b, so this is a number, right? This is a whole number. When you or you can say it's an integer. Whenever you multiply this number with 0, or 0 multiplied by that number, the result will always comes out to be 0. The simple example is, I'll give you one example from your book. Let's say I have a negative integer -3 when I multiply it with 0, or I can write 0 multiplication with -3. In both the cases, the result will be 0. Any doubt in this? So when you multiply an integer, when you multiply a natural number with 0, the result will comes out to be 0. So this is the general form and this is the example. Now you can take n number of examples. Let's say you have 2 into 3 into 0. Let's say you have two positive integers, 2 into 3 into 0. You can also write 0 into 2 into 3. In both the cases, the result comes out to be 0. In this way, you can take n number of examples. Let's say you have -5 when you multiply it with +5 into 0, or you can write 0 into 5 into -5. Again, the result comes out to be 0. So these are the three examples. In this way, you can take n number of examples, and this is the general concept. This is a general rule that whenever you multiply 0 with any number, the result comes out to be 0. Okay, I think this thing is clear to you all. If not, you can ask you can ask those doubts in the Zoom session. Now, then what is the difference between multiplication by 0 and multiplicative identity? So multiplicative identity refers to the multiplication of 1 with any number. What does it mean? So I'm just writing the general identity. Let's say I have one number a. When I multiply it with 1, or I can multiply 1 with any number, the result comes out to be that number only. So let's say I have an integer, positive integer. Okay, I'll give you one example. Let's say you have one negative integer -8. When you multiply it with 1, or 1 is multiplied by any other negative integer, the result comes out to be that number itself, right? Similarly, let's say you can take a positive integer, let's say 7. When multiplied by 1, or 1 is multiplied by +7, the result comes out to be +7. Any doubt in this? Okay. In this way, you can take n number of examples. So this is the general case, this is the general case, and these are the examples. Now, what is associativity for multiplication? For that, the general concept is, let's say associativity, let's say a into b into c. In the first case, I associate a with b, and in the next case, so what associativity says is, the result doesn't depend on the association on the numbers. the result that we are going to get after multiplication of these three numbers, the result doesn't depend on the association or grouping of the integers. Let's say I have two numbers a into b into c. I'll get the same result when I multiply a into bracket में b into c. Now I'll give you one example. I hope some of you are confused that what sir is saying, right? So I'll give you one example. Let's say I have one integer, positive integer. So 1 into 2, 2. When I multiply it with 3, what I'll get? 6. So in LHS, I get 6 as a result, right? Now, let's say I've just multiplied. So earlier I just put 1 and 2 in the bracket, or I can say earlier I just grouped 1 and 2. In LHS, I just grouped A and B, but in RHS I just grouped B and C. Now again 1 into C, 6. That means LHS equals to RHS. That means result does not depend on the grouping of the integers or the numbers. In simple words, what I can say is, बेटा जो रिजल्ट आपका है, रिजल्ट डिपेंड नहीं करेगा कि आपने ए को बी के साथ ग्रुप कर रखा है और यू हैव ग्रुप बी टू सी. LHS में बेटा आपने ए एंड बी को ग्रुप किया, बट इन RHS यू जस्ट ग्रुप बी एंड सी. सो रिजल्ट पे क्या कोई फर्क पड़ा? सो रिजल्ट you just get the same result in LHS and RHS. So this is the associativity property. In this way you can use n number of examples. You can take any example with positive and negative integers, with only negative integers, with only positive integers. So in this way you can use n number of examples. And I'm just say this thing again and again, and if you have any doubt, any sort of problem while solving these questions, while understanding these concepts, you can ask me in the Zoom session. You're free to ask your doubts and queries, okay? But before that, watch these videos, then only you will ask the questions and the doubts. So this is a simple associativity of multiplication. Now distributive property. What distributive property says is, let's say I have A multiply with B plus C. So distribution. So there is a distribution of A with B and C. Distribution means, in simple words, बांटना, right? You are distributing A with B and C like this. So how I can write this? A into B plus A into C. As I have already told you this thing, that let's say this is monomial and this is binomial. So this is simple. This is simply a multiplication of a monomial with a binomial. So A into B and A into C, A into B plus A into C. So this is the distribution of A between B and C. So A basically बेटा distribute हो रहा है between B and C. Okay, I'll give you one example. Let's say A is 2 and B is 3 and C is let's say 4. So how to solve this? First you multiply 2 with 3, then you multiply 2 with 4. So you can write 2 into 3 plus 2 into 4. So 2 3s are 6, 4 2s are 8, which is equals to 14. So this is the simple answer. Any doubt in this? Please note it down fast. Then I'll start the exercise also. And this is very important. Distributive property is very important for making calculation easier. How? I'll explain you later. बेटा distributive property बहुत ज़्यादा important है while you are multiplying two big numbers. Distribution property makes the calculation easier. Okay, how? I'll explain you later. But please note it down fast. now I just start the exercise 1.3 with question number first. Find each of the following products, or beta products can also be written as multiplication. Okay, so don't confuse in these two words. Product is nothing but the multiplication of numbers. So the very first part is A, 3 into minus 1. What will be the answer? So 3 into minus 1 can be simply written as minus 3. This is your answer. Product of positive and negative integer. So if nothing is written in front of 3, so positive can be considered here. So plus minus minus, 3 ones are 3. Any doubt? I think there will be no doubt. Okay. Then the next case, minus 1 when multiplied with 225, I can simply write minus 225. Again the same question, that minus integer is multiplied with a positive integer. So 225 into 1, 225, minus plus minus. If nothing is mentioned here, so I can consider positive sign there, right? So plus minus minus. Okay. Now the next question. Okay, now you can solve this question in two ways. Okay. As earlier I have told you that distributive property is very important because it makes the calculation easier when you have two big numbers. Though this very small numbers, these are not very big numbers, but still I am explaining you distributive property using this example. Okay. Now first I'll explain you using distributive property. Distributive property. Now minus minus plus, 21 into 30, right? If minus sign is appearing in the expression even number of times, then the overall result is positive, as I have already explained you this thing in earlier classes, in the videos also. So minus minus plus, now 21 into 30. Okay, now 21 can be written as 20 plus 1 into 30. Any doubt? 21 can be written like this. Now you can apply distributive property. How? First you multiply 30 with 1 and then you will just multiply 20 by 30, right? So what you will get? 20 into 30 plus 1 into 30. 2 3s are 6 and 2 zeros as it is, plus 1 30s are 30. So your answer is 630. Any doubt? So your answer is 630. And if you don't want to use distributive property, then only you can even then you can get the answer. I mean, without using distributive property you can also get the answer, like minus minus plus 0 beta as it is, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. So especially when you have two big numbers, in that case distributive property is very useful. Okay. यहाँ पे तो आप बोल रहे होंगे कि सर दोनों में ही तो सेम आंसर आ रहा है, इतना कोई बड़ी कैलकुलेशन तो है नहीं. बट when if you have two big numbers or you have three big numbers, in that case distributive property helps you a lot. Okay. So this is the example. Now I just take this example. Now again I'll explain you this using distributive property also. So minus minus plus, so I can write 12 into 11 into 10. Any doubt? Is this visible? Okay. Now 12 can be written as 11 plus, or you can write (11) can be written as 10 plus 1 and 10 as it is. Okay. 10 as it is, leave 10 as it is, and I just change 11 like 10 plus 1. Now apply distributive property here. So I just applied distributive property here. What I'll get? 12 into 10, 120 plus 12 ones are 12 whole multiplied 10. Now 1, 2 plus 1, 3 and 230 into 10 is equals to 1320. Any doubt? Then please note it down fast. Please note it down fast. Now let's take second question. Verify the following. Now you just need to verify whether LHS equals to RHS or not. So first I'll take LHS. I can apply distributive property here. So using distributive property, I can write 18 into 7 plus 18 into minus 3, 7 8s are 56, 7 plus 1, 7 1s are 7 plus 5, 12, so 126 plus 18 3s are 54 but minus 54, right? Any doubt in this? This is a simple multiplication. 7 8s are 56, 7 1s are 7 plus 5 is 12, 3 8s are 24, 3 1s are 3 plus 2 5, or you can simply write 18 3s are 54 but of negative sign. Now plus minus minus, so what you will get, 6 minus 4 is 2, 12 minus 5 is 7, so 72 you will get in the LHS. Now solve RHS. 18 into 7, 7 8s are 56, 7 1s are 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 18 3s are 54, 126 plus minus minus 54, 6 minus 4 2, 12 minus 5 7, 72. So here LHS is equals to RHS. So this is verified that these two expressions are same. Okay, please note it down fast. Part B is your homework. Now the third question is part first. For any integer a, let's say a is any integer, it can be minus 1, sorry, it can be minus 2, it can be minus 3, it can be minus 7, any negative integer, any positive integer, you can say plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 7, any. So a can be any integer. What is minus a into a equals to? So this is a multiplicative property, multiplicative identity, where, as I have already told you, if you multiply any integer with minus 1 or minus 1 is multiplied by any integer, the answer will remain, so the answer comes out to be minus a. So sorry, it can multiplicative identity कहना इसको ठीक नहीं रहेगा, or you can say 1 into minus a. In that case you can say multiplicative identity, because in that case you just multiply any integer with plus 1. So when you multiply a with minus 1 or you just multiply minus 1 with a, the answer comes out to be minus a. Okay, so this is the answer for part first of question number 3. Now the second part, you just determine the integers whose product with minus 1. So what number I should write here? What number I should write here? At what number I should write here? So what a number should come here when I multiply this number with minus 1, so that I'll get minus 22. What number I'll get here, so that when I multiply this number with minus 1, so that I'll get 37. What number should be come here, so that when I multiply this number with minus 1, so result comes out to be 0. Now this is minus 1 and this is minus 22. So if I multiplied plus 22, when I multiply with minus 1, I'll get minus 22. See, plus minus minus, see, plus minus is minus, right? Plus minus is minus. 22 ones are 22. Now I have minus 1 here and I just want plus 37. I just want plus 37. So what number I should write here? It should be minus 37. Why? Because minus minus is equals to plus, 37 ones are 37. Now the C part is minus 1. What number should come here? If I multiply this number with minus 1, what result I will get? 0. So what should be the number? 0. When I multiply 0 with any number, or I just multiply any number with 0, the result comes out to be 0 itself. So this is the third question. Question number 4 is your homework. Okay. So now there are two questions on your screen. Find the product using suitable properties. So here you just need to tell me what property you should use here for getting the answer in part A and part H. Okay. So I have two terms here, beta. So these are two different questions. Okay. This is part A and this is part H. So I have two terms where I can see that minus 48 is common, right? I have two terms in which minus 48 is common. So I can take minus 48 common. From these two terms, what I'll get in the bracket, 26 plus minus 36. Okay. So what actually we are doing is we are using distributive property here. So minus 48. Now 26 plus minus minus 36. You can write here distributive property. Distributive property. Okay, using distributive property. Now minus 48 in bracket, see this is plus 26, this is minus 36, so minus 10 I'll get in the bracket, and these are the round brackets. When I multiply these two negative integers, see minus sign is appearing two times, that is even number of times in the expression, so overall result will be positive. 48 into 10 is 480. Note it down fast. Okay, before this please see this question, then you will note these two questions together. Now the H part is, you have minus 57 into minus 19, so this is the first term, and in the next term you have only 57. Now don't confuse in this. Now can I write 57 like 57 into 1? Any doubt in this? Because 57 into 1 is equals to 57. So there will be no change in the expression if I multiply 1 with 57, right? अगर बेटा मैं 1 को 57 के साथ मल्टीप्लाई करता हूँ, आई डोंट थिंक कि एक्सप्रेशन में कोई चेंज आएगा, राइट? ओके, बट इससे मेरा एक काम आसान हो जाएगा. दिस विल गिव ईज टू माई क्वेश्चन. हाउ? अगेन, ओके, so here is minus 57 and minus 19, so I can write minus minus plus 57 into 19 plus 57 into 1. I have two terms here, so I can write, or I can take 57 common from these two terms, right? Because 57 is appearing in both the terms. Now I just take 57 as common. What I'll get in the bracket? 19 plus 1. So 57 into 19 plus 1 is 20, and 57 into 20 is equals to 0. 2 7s are 14, 5 2s are 10, and 1 11. So 1140 is your answer. Even in this question you use distributive property. Okay, you can mention here distributive property. And this is all for the day. Rest question is your homework. If you have any doubt, any sort of query, you can ask me in the Zoom session. Try other questions also. If you have any doubt, you can directly ask to me in any Zoom session. But for that, beta, I just request you again and again, watch those videos that we have uploaded in ourselves for you only, not for us. The videos that we are uploading, those videos are not going to benefit us. These are for your benefit. So you need to watch those videos, as well as you need to submit the homework also. You need to attend the Zoom meeting also, because these all things are for you only, not for us. Okay, note it down this thing. This is last for the day. Okay, thank you.